Welcome back to the official YouTube channel of Dolphin Head Hunters. This video is going to be an exclusive prediction for the 27th September examination of IELTS for GT and academic candidates. If this video is followed carefully, I can guarantee you this could be your roadmap to clear the exam. So without wasting your time, let's dive in. First module would be listening. As we all know, listening is the easiest module of IELTS if attempted with full focus. Listening part 1 would be a smooth dialogue related to any social situation. It would be easy. So you can definitely get 10 on 10 score in the part 1. Word limit would be same and or a number. So part 2, chances of map would be less. So you would be getting multiple choice questions and matchups. It would be an audio commentary related to a tour guide or a visit to a farm. So moving on to the part 3, there would be three main question types: multiple choice questions with single answer, double multiple choice questions, and matchup. Recording would be related to any educational purpose and more than two speakers would be involved. So part 3 would be a tricky one. So moving on to the part 4, you need to watch out for the synonyms because in part 4 speaker would be more fluent, and again the word limit would be same, one word only. So moving on to the next module, that is reading. So reading for 27th examination would be moderate to difficult. So whenever I say moderate to difficult, I mean some questions would be tricky and majority of the questions would be easy. So we will start with the academic reading first. So academic candidates, part 1, possible question type would be sentence formation and true false are not given. Category of the question in part 1 would be type A. By type A questions, I mean answers and the questions would be in the same order in the passage. So, whenever you are attempting a type A question, there is no need to read the whole passage. For example, अगर आपके question का answer is in the second passage, so there is no need to read the first passage, right? And in part 1, for academic reading, majority skimming and scanning is the only technique. So you need to master the skill of skimming and scanning. So moving on to the part 2, majority of the question type would be list of headings. Chances are less as of now. Then we have multiple choice questions. Then we have true false not given and which paragraph contains the following information. So whenever you're attempting the question type, which paragraph contains the following information, this question type is majority based on the scanning only. So I would say इस question type को आपने हमेशा end में attempt करना है, right? So moving on to the part 3. Part 3 of academic would be challenging because difficult words would be used and more challenging sentence formations would be used. Possible question types are: you need to match the list of scientists to the innovations, and we have multiple choice questions and true false are not given. So overall reading would be moderate to difficult, but yes, you need to master the skill of the skimming and scanning. So now let's start with the reading for the GT candidates. So GT candidates, big good news for you. Your reading on 27th September would be easy. So if you want to score 7 bands, you need around 35 questions correct, and 35 questions correct you can easily get in this reading. So majority question type for part 1 would be which paragraph contains the following information, sentence completion, and true false are not given. So these three question types in GT reading would cover around 27 to 28 questions. And yes, part 3 would be difficult. Less common words would be used. All you need to focus is on time. Possible question types as of now are list of headings, multiple choice questions, and yes, summary completion would be there. In multiple choice questions, there would be four options. So you need to focus on the tips and techniques that are used depending on the type of the question. So now the most awaited module, writing. So in writing, we will first discuss the task one, the academic candidates. So academic students, as we all know, task one is a report writing, and chances are more of a bar graph and a combination chart. In combination chart, you will be having a table and a pie chart, and maps chances are less. So all you need to focus is on range of sentences, synonyms, and focus on drastic and dramatic changes. You need to use good connectors, and yes, do not overload your task by using connector after every line. A decent usage of connectors should be there. So task 2 for academic candidates, you would be getting opinion-based essay. Whenever I say opinion-based essay, I'm addressing the four main types. First is problem solution essay. Then we have merits and demerits, or what we call as advantages or disadvantages. Then we have agreement or disagreement, and to what extent you agree or disagree. So whenever you are planning your essay, you need to spend at least 4 to 5 minutes on reading the question and planning for the essay. Planning must include the point, elaboration of the point, a good example, and a point closure. Academic candidates, my humble request, do not write to impress the examiner, but please always write and aim for the clarity in your essay. So now let's start with the task 1 for the GT candidates. So dear GT candidates, chances are more of formal letter and semi-formal letter. So letter to a friend is not on the menu. So whenever you are writing a formal letter, you need to take extra care of the tone of the letter and the words to be used, because these letters are written to your direct governing authorities. And we have two possible letter types. First is related to your work, and second is a relocation letter. Whenever you are writing a formal letter, you need to give it a good introduction and a good ending. And for task 2 of GT candidates, we have two possible question type for essay. First is opinion based and second is double question essay. Whenever I say opinion based essay, I mean to say four basic types. First is problem solution, merits, demerits, agreement, disagreement, and to what extent you agree and disagree. Second possible question type would be double question essay. It could be problem solution, causes solution, something like this. And possible topics for essay are technology, artificial intelligence, telemedicine, and environment. So that's all for today's video. And now some last minute tips. Always practice from real Cambridge exam test. Tip number 2. Before giving the final examination, always try to give at least 2 or 3 complete mock tests in real time environment. Tip number 3. Never ever do any type of experiment with your writing on the exam day. And do not use the words that you are not familiar with the meaning of. And the one most important tip, practice is the key. So practice as much as you can. And if you need any help in last minute exam preparation, please reach us out, as we are just a call or a message away from you. Dolphin Head Hunters, as we specialize in IELTS coaching with a proven track record of thousands of success stories. So now it's your turn. And all the best for the examination.